The definition of inspiration is a divine guidance immediately and directly exerted upon the mind or soul. But what gets you inspired? Is it books, art, music? Perhaps you hear a little whisper of guidance or a little nudge from above. Perhaps it's even nature or people or poetry. There are truly as many ways to become inspired as there are people on the planet. We're all different, and our inspiration can come from countless sources. But what we do with that inspiration is what truly makes us vastly different. For me, inspiration means being in spirit, being in the flow of what I am meant to be doing and how I am meant to be helping others. Sometimes it comes as a fleeting thought, an inkling in my gut. Sometimes it's as big as a billboard when I am not paying attention to my inspiration. And sometimes, yes, it even comes through personal, deep pain. I've recently been inspired to start following and reconnect with a spiritual path that's been kind of just hovering on the side. I've been truly blessed to have a job where I get to work living my passion, which is travel. But believe it or not, some people are still not happy to be waking up in Hawaii. And if I'm not vigilant, I can get caught up in their negativity. I truly believe that I am a spirit being having a human experience. And it's times like that I get stuck in my humanness and I feel stuck in life. I came to a point where I was feeling really angry and resentful and discontent with where I was. I finally came to a point of surrender where I had to throw my hands up and yell to God, there has got to be more to life than schlepping old people around. And I heard in my head a resounding, yes, there is. Yet when I got honest with myself, it had nothing to do with the passengers on my tours, my job itself, my marriage, or even my business. It had nothing to do with anything outside myself. I had become uninspired. I was not in the flow that universe always provides for me. I do believe that life is meant to be lived to the fullest, not just endured, not suffered through. Yet action on my part is a requirement for that to happen. I did seek out a counselor to get some help, and she happens to do energy work, and that's someone I really resonated with. I also heard her suggestions and put them into action. I started to splurge on myself. I listened to what I was feeling. I started to become inspired to read books about angels, to listen only to positive music, and clear out as much negativity as possible in my life. Almost immediately, I started to feel better. I started to find my flow. What do you do with your inspiration? Do you ignore that little whisper that you hear? Do you say, that coincidence couldn't have been a sign from me? Or do you listen? Do you pay attention and then take action? I've done a variation of all of those, but this time I chose to listen. Along with seeking and reconnecting with my spiritual path, I took a trip. For many of you who know me, you know that travel is truly an inspiration for me. There is nothing better to be in a foreign country, not speaking the language, and being completely out of my comfort zone to truly feel free to be who I am. Fortunately, I already had a trip planned. All I had to do was pack my backpack and show up at the airport for a life-changing event. And life-changing it was. If you ever need to change your perspective to really see how awesome life is, take a trip to India, or anywhere for that matter. For me, I was heading to India. And what I experienced there has forever changed my life. India could actually be a speech all unto itself. However, what I truly want to share is the amazement that I felt, but the overwhelming feelings of being in a place that was so colorful, yet so filled with poverty and filth and animals and just, all the time. Yet it's all surrounding the most beautiful, generous, life-filled people you will ever meet who are always smiling. I learned a lot. India was a gift to me. And I truly walked away knowing that I could live from one inspired moment to the next, because there always is another sign for us to follow. I stopped taking myself so seriously, laughing more, having more fun, being more colorful, just choosing to do the things I wanted to do that makes me happy. Was it challenging? It's been challenging. It's still in process. To let go of things that no longer work for me, it's really been a journey, and I've appreciated the journey. Do I still schlep old people around? I sure do. But now I'm doing it from a perspective of knowing there is something different on the horizon for me, and all I need to do is follow that path that is already laid out for me. All I have to do is live every day inspired by life.